Namaste everyone, and welcome to this Grounding Hatha Yoga class. So today we're going to work on our sense of stability and security, as well as working on our foundation and working on our legs, the lower parts of the body. To keep everything in balance, of course, we're also going to work on the upper body slightly. And this is an open level class, so everybody's welcome to join it. You only need yourself and your mat. Okay, if you are new to the practice, you can have some blocks or books to support you, maybe a folded blanket and a belt or a strap. So let us begin by moving into child's pose with our knees touching. Our big toes touching and the forehead on the floor. And close your eyes. Allow your forehead to relax onto the mat. Begin to focus on your breath. Bringing your attention inwards. Beginning to relax the body and surrendering to the gravity. Begin to deepen your breath, using your entire lungs in the process. Breathe into your belly, then your chest, up until your collarbones. And then exhale from your collarbones and through your chest. Press your belly button to your spine. Relax completely. Focus only on the breath. Let go of any thoughts that might be still roaming in your mind. And center yourself and your breath at this present moment. Inhale deeply. Hold the breath at the top of your lungs. Squeeze your buttocks and your genital organs, applying Mula Bandha. Pull up with the crown of your head, tucking your chin under. Now open your mouth and exhale, relax completely. Begin to wiggle your fingers and move your forehead from side to side. And just from this position, move your hands towards your knees and roll onto your back, hugging your knees into the chest. Roll your shoulders back and down and relax your shoulder blades onto the floor. And relax your head and press your buttocks into the mat. Continue to breathe deeply into the belly, into the chest, and then the collarbones. And exhaling all the air out from your body at the bottom of the exhalation, pressing the belly button to the spine. As you exhale next, bring your forehead towards your knee. Keep your shoulders down and away from the ears. Try to round your back as much as you can. Inhale. And then exhale, release your head onto the floor. Great. Feel your tailbone connecting to the earth. Your roots digging into the earth. And we'll repeat the same breath we have done In child's pose, take a deep inhale in. Tuck your chin under, hold the breath, squeeze your body, squeeze your genital organs, lengthen your spine as much as you can. And then open your mouth and release and exhale. And begin to move the body from side to side. Still breathing deeply. So we're massaging the body and blocking it with that deep and full breath on these asanas. And now come to the center. Grab each knee separately and begin to roll up and down. With your breath, inhale to roll up, exhale to roll down. Feel your back being massaged. And feel how the vertebrae roll each one by one up and down the mat. Just a few more. Let's go for free, ending up in a comfortable, easy pose. So cross-legged, seated posture. And last one, come up to seated. Cross your ankles in front of you and place your hands onto your knees. So let's begin the cat and cow movement. Inhale and arch your back. Exhale and round. Inhale and arch, starting the movement from the base of your spine, and then exhaling to round, also starting the movement from the tailbone. And now begin to focus on the base of your spine and the pelvic area. Continue with this movement and the full breath. Feel the root of your body becoming warmer, and feel as the energy is moving from the base of the spine upward. Just 3 more. Place your hands in front of you, and if you can, roll over your knees and come into kneeling posture. Grab your hands behind you, okay, and clasp your fingers. Now, if you have some issues with shoulder mobility, you can have your elbows bent here, okay? So let's inhale and try to straighten the arms, or have the elbows bent and just pull the hands as far away from the body as possible. Okay, a little back bend here. Inhale. Exhale, lift your chin up. And again, focus your awareness on the base of your spine, on the center of your pelvis. Breathe deep and steady breaths. And feel yourself becoming stable and strong in your posture. One more breath here. Very well. Move your hands in front of you, clasp your fingers, and begin to rotate your wrists. Move in the opposite direction now. Reach the hands in front of you, roll your shoulders back, continue with a deep breath, inhale, and flex your wrists. Continue to breathe deeply. Keep a strong and straight spine and an engaged belly. Inhale. Exhale. Now point your fingers down. Extend that wrist. Very good. Now begin to move. Flicker your fingers really fast. Continue to breathe deep and maintain that nice and supportive posture. Exhale and shake your arms. Place your hands in front of you and move into all fours. In all fours, begin to inhale and arch your back. Just stay here for a moment, untuck all of your 10 toes. Feel the arch. Once again, focus your attention at the base of your spine, at the pelvic region. Inhale deeply, and on the exhalation, push back into downward facing dog. And as it's our first dog, you might want to walk it. If you want to try that out, you can also try moving your hips, moving your body, really finding whatever it is that works for you today. But be sure that your entire palm surface is connected to the mat. Your wrists are pointed forward. You're hugging your armpit towards the midline. And you're really using that upper body strength to lengthen your spine. Pull your belly in. Rotate your inner thighs towards the back of your room. And keep your quadriceps engaged. Now from here, begin to wiggle your imaginary tail. Keep your awareness at the base of your spine. And if your heels are not touching the floor, do not worry. You can have your knees bent, your heels up, and still do this movement. Just focus on the stability in your spinal column. And the wiggling of your tail, we're almost there. Great. Come to center. Look in between your hands and step the right leg through. Left knee goes down. Your fingertips are down. You really open the front of your body. We stay here for 2 more breaths. And now inhale. As you exhale, place your hands on the floor and engage your belly. Step to the top of your mat. Separate your feet to the width of your mat. Place your hands onto your ankles or your shins. Inhale and lengthen your spine. And then exhale and fold forward. And stay for 3 breaths. It's the first forward fold of the class, so just be respectful to your body. Notice how this posture feels, and be aware of the energy at the base of the spine, at your pelvic region. Really focus your awareness there and breathe to that point. Now inhale, look forward. Exhale, place your hands down onto the floor and step your right leg back. The right knee goes down. We are supporting ourselves onto the fingertips. Okay, let's drop those hips down, look up. Open your chest. And breathe long and deep breaths. Inhale. Untuck those right toes. Place your hands flat on the floor. Hold your breath as you move into the plank. And then on the exhalation, slowly but surely, release your knees, chest and chin down to the floor. Inhale and move into a cobra, lifting your chest off the mat, engaging your belly here. And stay for 3 deep breaths. In cobra, keep your shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, lower down. Move into downward facing dog. And stay here for 3 breaths. Feel the stability in your posture. And connect deeply to your breath. As we inhale next, the left foot will step to the top of the mat again. Place your hands onto the floor, drop your hips down, look up, and open your heart up. Now untuck your right toes, lift your right knee up, step to the top of the mat. Inhale, place your hands into your shins or calves or ankles. Lengthen your spine. Relax your neck here. It's an extension, the head is an extension of the spine. It's in one line, then exhale and release into the fold. Keep your belly pulled in. Be stable and grounded in your deep and full breath. And feel how the back of the body is opening up. Now inhale, place your hands onto the floor and step your left foot back. Place your weight onto your fingertips, drop your hips down, roll your shoulders back and down, and open your front body, gazing upwards. Breathe deep, full breath. And now place your hands flat on the floor. Hold the breath as you step into a plank. And then slowly lower your knees, chest, and chin onto the floor on your exhalation. Now inhale, straighten out your feet, lift up, and come into a cobra pose. Making sure we're not compressing the lower back here. More lengthening through the lower back and arching through the chest. Inhale. And on the exhalation, let's come together into our downward dog posture. Find stability. Find smoothness in your breath. And feel the earth support underneath your body. Now look between your hands. And step your right leg through. The left knee goes onto the mat. Inhale, look up. Stay for 3 more breaths. Exhale, engage your belly, lift the leg up and step to the top of your mat, coming into the forward fold. For 3, 2, and 1. Inhale and lengthen your spine. Exhale, place your hands onto your hips, onto your lower back. Point your elbows up, and then as you inhale, lift up into standing Shavasana, mountain pose. Come to the center of your mat and separate your feet to the width of your hips. Okay, from here we're going to go into a forward fold. So place your hands onto your hips, roll your elbows towards the back of your room. Now inhale, you can even lean back slightly, and then on the exhalation, begin to fold forward from the hips. So what is important here, let me show you once again. Now we're really going forward with a straight spine, and when we feel that spine rounding, this is when we stop and ground. If you can grab a hold of your toes, please do so. Otherwise, grab a hold of your legs or wrap a strap or a belt underneath your feet. Now inhale and lengthen your spine. On the exhalation, ground and fold down. Press your belly towards your legs. And try to bring your forehead below your knees. Have your arms relaxed and pull up with your sitting bones. The inner thighs returning towards the back of the room. Keep a micro bend in your knees and breathe deeply. Bringing the awareness towards the base of the spine and the pelvic area. Breathe into that space. And if you have your legs bend more, that's absolutely fine. Remember that as we move through the practice, you listen to your body as you are your first and most important teacher always. We'll slowly move out of the posture. So inhale and straighten your back. Stay here for another breath. So now lift your feet up one by one and place your palms flat underneath. So we're going into another variation of the forward fold. Inhale and lengthen your spine again. Exhale and fold down. This time, however, bring your weight slightly into the toes. Continue the same alignment as in the previous posture. And with the deep breath. So we're keeping those quads engaged and fired up. And the internal thighs rotating back. Your awareness is focused on the tailbone and the base of the spine. Feel the stability and peace in your body, in your mind, and in your emotions. Now inhale, and one by one remove the hands from underneath you. Place your hands into your shin. Lengthen your spine again. Now release the hands down from your shins and just keep the body parallel to the floor. This is very good to strengthen our nervous system. Make it resilient. Keep your belly engaged. Your palms are facing one another at the lid of your shoulders. Just a few more moments here. Be stable and allow this ability to come from your breath and from the earth. Feel it underneath your feet, supporting you. And now inhale and come up to standing. Well done. You can shake your legs off. Now separate your feet to the width of your shoulders. Your toes are pointing out in the same direction as your knees will be. We're going to go into Malasana, which is the Yogic Squat. If you have a little bit of tightness, you can go completely down. Just use as support for underneath your heels. You can also do this posture against the wall. Okay, so let's see. We will go down into a nice and full yogic squat here with your hands in Namaste Mudra in front of the heart center. Okay, your shoulders are relaxed away from the ears. And you allow your hips to just sink down into the earth. Once again, your focus will be held at the base of the spine, at the pelvic area. And as we settle into this pose, let's begin to send our breath into that space as well and fill ourselves up with security and stability and a sense of peace that is just omnipresent. Here in this pose, we're trying to stay as upright with the spine as possible. We can also engage the buttocks if we'd like to open the inner thighs a little bit more. Very good for the health of our reproductive organs. Smile, do not frown during the practice. And just accept and breathe through whatever it is that you are experiencing in that lower body area right now. Now, smile to yourself. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth. And again, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. And lift your hips up. Bring your feet closer in together to the width of your hips approximately. You can bend your knees one by one. And then bend both knees and begin to roll up to standing. Roll your shoulders back a few times, drawing big circles. And then finally, coming into a stable mountain pose. Breathe long and deep breaths here. Feel the earth underneath your feet supporting you. Feel your legs supporting you. And feel the energy flowing through the body. Keep your awareness to the physical sensations coming from within. That was great. Okay, so let's come into our balancing posture. We're going to do a little tree pose here. So bring your weight onto your right leg. I'm not mirroring you today. So the options for tree are, we're going to have the left foot in the inside of the right leg, either at the ankle, the inner calf, or maybe the upper inner thigh, but we avoid the knee area, okay, to prevent and avoid injury. We are going to find a focal point in front of us and find our tree pose. And if we are struggling with balance today, that's absolutely fine. You can always practice your balance next to a wall. However, try to use the wall as a support, as a friend, but not as leaning completely on it. So completely depending on it. It's more like touching it just to have a little bit of stability there, but we're working onto maintaining the balance ourselves. Keep that standing leg strong and press the standing foot into the mat. Place your right hand onto your heart and the left one on top. Breathe long and deep breaths. Feel that sense of stability. And feel that sense of stability flowing up to your heart. Feel how your heart is warmed up by your palms. The energy flowing. And now come back to the center. Breathe in, breathe out, release it out. You can shake things off. Okay, and make yourself relaxed again. And then when we're ready, we're going to find the balance on our left foot. Find the drishti, so the focal point in front of us, and move into a nice balancing tree posture on the left side. Okay, left hand up, right hand onto the top, onto the heart, left hand on top. Just feel the difference between a right and left. The same principles apply. We reach up with the crown, we lengthen the spine, we engage our core, and we also push or press the foot into the mat. So we use the floor as our support here. And if we think about it, the earth is always here for us, supporting us every single step of the way. Thank you, earth. And deep breath. Out. And with the knee. And exhale to release. And you can shake it off. Now, let's come into the top of the mat. Separate the feet just slightly. Okay, we are in a shoulder width apart stance. we're going to squat down, 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 until our bum touches the floor. And when that happens, hug your knees into the chest, and let's begin to roll back and forth once again. Feel how different this round feels to the previous one. And be relaxed. Release with your exhalation and your residue of the tension. And exhale, roll into your back. Bring your knees into your chest and separate the knees wider than your torso. Lift your feet up one by one, soles of the feet move to the sky. If it's in your practice, grab your feet. You can grab your toes, insides of the foot, outsides of the foot, whatever works for you. We move into our Anandam Balasana, happy baby pose, another very grounding posture where we connect our roots into the earth. So breathe deep, roll the shoulders back and relax into the floor. Feel how the knees gradually move down to the earth. And just notice how you feel here. We're in a mild inversion, so the heart is just slightly above the head, which to some of us who are big thinkers might feel a little bit uncomfortable, as it looks now that the heart is literally ruling over the head. And have your awareness once again at the tailbone, at the pelvic area. And direct your breath to that area. Feel the energy in the first chakra just expanding. And that sense of security and stability washing over your entire being. How beautiful is the present moment. Let's roll from side to side, maybe putting a smile on our faces. And then bring your feet together, as if we were being in a reclined butterfly pose. Bring your feet over the head and try to roll up to seated. And if it didn't work out, don't worry. Okay? Maybe you have to roll up 3 times, that's fine. Maybe you cannot roll up at all, that's fine. As long as you come into this nice and open butterfly here, we're going to be fine. And if you don't want to do the butterfly, you want to do child's pose, that's also fine. So now when you are already here, roll your shoulders back, lengthen your spine, and try to open your chest as much as you can. Drop your knees towards the floor. Breathe long and deep breaths. We're going to stay in this variation of the pose today, so just work on having a straight spine. Unless you want to go and fold forward with a straight spine, if that's in your practice, but It's enough if we just stay here today, just engaging the buttocks and finding that beautiful, supportive posture. Open heart, open hips, completely open to the outside world, where we are stable in that vulnerability. We are peaceful and we are secure. Because that openness can seem scary sometimes. But we are supported and rooted. Beautiful. Bring your hands to the outside of your knees and then bring your knees together. And we're going to move into a wide-legged seat. Okay, so open up the feet to as wide as is available, as wide as it's comfortable. Once again, if you'd like to, or if you have a little bit of a tighter lower back or tighter hamstrings, have a little bit of a support underneath your sitting bones. Okay, and for some of us, we might even want to stay here. We look at the base. So look at your toes, they're flexed, the heels are rooted in the floor, the knees are always pointing up here, okay? So we are kind of externally rotating that hip, you will feel it. Really depends on your anatomical build, because some knees fall out too much, so we cannot keep them right. Some knees fall in too much. I'm on the latter one, so mine is an external rotation. But just be aware of your kneecaps, they're always pointing up. You want to have your hands pressing into the floor next to your hips. And maybe you'd like to stay here, this is enough for you. You can do this against the wall also. Or maybe it's not. If not, I invite you to inhale and clasp your fingers, straighten your arms, exhale, fold forward to the floor. You can make a pillow with your hands. I like the variation of keeping my hands at my feet, but you can have them forward. Remember that your neck is in a straight line with the rest of your spine. Keep those kneecaps pulling up and your quads engaged. Your knees can be bent. Your kneecaps are your knees are pointed up and your toes are pulling towards the body. Your attention is aimed at the base of the spine, at the pelvic area. And if you feel comfortable, try to breathe into that area. And then release any tension from your hips. Exhale through your mouth. Bring your hands towards the inside of your inner thighs. Press your palms in and then inhale, lift yourself up with a happy smile on your face. Now come into a kneeling pose. And just for a moment, let's do a little side bend here. So when you're kneeling, you're sitting on your heels. We're going to take the right hand, your right hand, and walk it sideways. Okay, so that you feel that opening happening in the left hip area and the left side of your waist. And then as you breathe in, reach with the left fingertips over your head. Try to have your chest open, slightly rotating towards the sky. And it doesn't matter how deep you go in this pose because every body is different. As long as you feel the opening right from your left hip bone all the way up through your arm, maybe even reaching the tips of your left fingertips. Your right shoulder is away from your right ear. Now inhale, come up. And exhale, walk your hands in the opposite direction. Feel the opening on the right side this time. Lengthen your right arm over your head. Look up if it's available for you. A long and deep breath. And feel the difference between the right and left side of the body. Now inhale and come up. And straighten your legs in front of you, or well, don't straighten them yet. Just release them in front of you. We're going to go into reverse tabletop pose. Your fingers can be pointing either towards the body or back. It really depends on you and your preference. But try to have your shoulders above your wrists. We press the feet down at the width of the shoulders and as you the width of your hips, and as you breathe and lift up, reverse tabletop pose. Let's hold it for 5 breaths. Really trying to imagine that our body is a table, and if someone put a cup of tea on us right now, it would not even spill. Once again, come back to the idea of the floor being your support. So press your palms, press your feet in. It will give you more space. It will help you go further up. Exhale and release down slowly. Now, whatever the alignment of your hands was previously, change it. Let's try the opposite one. And this time, we're going to move dynamically in and out of this reverse tabletop. And I would like you to really focus your awareness on your pelvic area again and your tailbone. Okay, maybe even try to initiate the movement from that area. Okay, so let's inhale, coming up. Exhale, go down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, go down. Continue to move with your breath. And just 2 more. Now release your hips down and hug your knees. Bring your head towards the knees. Relax and allow your back to round. Extending the left leg in front of us. We'll bring the right foot onto the opposite side of the left leg. Left toes remain flexed. Right hand goes behind us. We inhale to lift the left hand up, and as we exhale, we move into half forward of the fish pose. An easy twist. Try to keep your spine straight. The back hand is pressing into the earth to support you. The twist is coming from the chest area, and we try to keep the shoulders in one straight line, looking back behind us to the right side. Now come back to the center and let's switch sides. So your left knee will come into the chest. You put your left leg to the right side of the mat. Inhale and lift your right hand up, and then exhale to twist. And just notice how beautiful this pose is. Pull your belly in. Inhale and come back to the center. Cross your ankles in front of you. Grab a hold of your ankles and begin to draw circles with your pelvis. Close your eyes. Your spine is straight. And you're just grinding your pelvis into the mat in a circular motion. Again, your attention is focused on the base of the spine and the pelvic area. And now reverse that movement. Now come to center. Release your hands onto your knees. You're sitting up tall, nice and straight. And focus your attention on what's happening inside of the body. Just notice your energy flow. And I'd like us to just chant the mantra, a very quick one, for around 10 times. The mantra is Om Lam. That's Om, L-A-M, and it's pronounced Lam. And this mantra is for the root chakra. So I'd like you to focus really on the vibration of the sound and what it does to you. So we can start, you can repeat after me the first 2 times and then just join me in. Om Lam. 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 And now just sit quietly and observe. And now, still keeping your eyes closed, extend your legs straight. You can separate them, allow the feet to fall out to the side, and slowly but surely lower down to the mat. And find your Shavasana, your final relaxation pose. And before we completely let go, once again, for the final time today, just bring the awareness to the base of your spine and to the pelvic region. And feel your roots connected to the earth. Become one with the earth. Feel that source of omnipresent stability, security, support, and peace. Feel safe and sound. And let go now. Knowing that you're safe and sound and supported, give yourself permission to completely let go in this Shavasana. Relax. Bring the attention back slowly to your physical body. Begin to notice the sounds around you. And begin to feel the body, feel the energy. Lift the corners of your lips up in a smile and wake your body up by moving the fingers, your wrists, your ankles, your toes. Move your head from side to side. Bring your knees into a bend and then roll into your right side, maybe extending your right arm over your head. And then from here, making our way into a comfortable seat. And on this comfortable seat, this is where we say our goodbyes. To bring your hands to your chest. Close your eyes and feel the peace and stability within you and know that it's always there. Smile and bow down to your heart. Now rub your palms against one another to create heat. And when you're ready, place your hands onto your eyes. Open up your eyes and wash your face with your hands. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you on the mat shortly. Take good care of yourself. May the peace be with you.